Hello everyone, my name is Floris den Hengst and I'm a software engineer and PhD researcher at ING and VU University Amsterdam. In this talk, I'll talk about personalization and automated decision making. But first, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had to cook food for a group of family and friends, say a birthday party or anniversary? Then you know that coming up with a good menu can be very challenging. These are your loved ones, so you want to serve food that they love, their favorites. However, how can you ever create a menu that appeals your health nut friend from the gym, your grandmother, and your kids? Usually, I just serve a couple of different dishes at my party so that everyone can create a menu that has food in it that they like. Now, consider that you're a global bank and you want to serve a customer experience that fits all of your 38.4 million customers in over 40 countries like a glove. The number of individual preferences is so big that it is impossible to come up with the right experience for everyone up front. And even if you could, how would your customers choose from all of the options? The challenge simply seems impossible. Still, this is the problem ING has taken on. We'll be discussing how it may be tackled in this unit. ING is a global bank with a strong European base. Its purpose is to empower people to stay a step ahead in life and business. To deliver on this purpose, we promise our customers the following: clear and easy, to offer clear products in plain language for fair prices and using simple processes. Anytime and anywhere, seamless transitions between channels, such as the mobile app, website, and even branch offices. Keep getting better. We look for continuous improvement to help our customers in getting better all the time. To empower, to deliver relevant and up-to-date information to customers in personalized interfaces with tailored offerings. How can ING keep this promise? How can a customer experience be seamless between different channels while being personalized for millions of customers? How can we create systems that are uniform on the one hand and extremely flexible on the other? The answer to this question is data. Data can govern the behavior of the systems for individual users, while the software remains identical across users. And while data is used to make interactions more relevant for users, more data is being generated. In turn, this data can again be used to further improve the experience. This idea of a feedback loop based on data is very powerful. From a technical perspective, the loop contains two challenges. The first challenge is to turn more interactions into more data. We need to store events during the interaction so that the data in our store captures what happened. This is a technical challenge, and it is largely addressed with conventional data management solutions. The second challenge, however, is of a different nature. This challenge involves turning more data into better experiences. This is a different challenge for various reasons. For example, it may not be clear upfront what a better experience looks like. Additionally, we need to change the behavior of systems to improve the experience. But how can we change our system's behavior based on data? And how can we do it in a way that serves individual customers best? Reinforcement learning may be the answer to that question. Reinforcement learning is a type of machine learning that deals with learning behaviors from data. If unsupervised learning is about finding patterns in unlabeled data and supervised learning from labeled examples, then reinforcement learning is about trying things in the world and seeing what works. The aim in reinforcement learning is to learn a sequence of optimal decisions. Each decision is made based on what the world currently looks like. For example, it can learn a sequence of moves to visit all colored regions in a simple maze in the right order by trial and error alone. Recently, reinforcement learning made the news when it was used to play the ancient game of Go. In fact, it learned to beat the best human player on the planet. Its strategies are now studied by human players that want to improve their game rather than the other way around. The game of Go is interesting as it has far more possible board game configurations than the number of atoms in the observable universe. How can we use this power for personalization purposes? A possible application of reinforcement learning is in the decision-making of conversational agents or chatbots. These interfaces offer a novel interaction paradigm in which the mode of communication is a sequence of spoken or typed messages in natural language. At each point in the conversation, the agent needs to decide what to say next. This can depend on the particular preferences and knowledge of the user. Optimizing these decisions can be achieved with reinforcement learning, as we'll see later. There are many more practical problems that can be addressed with reinforcement learning, and we have only recently started using it in practice. For example, Google used reinforcement learning to fine-tune the cooling of its data centers and reduce its power consumption by 40%. In this unit, we look specifically into the possibilities of applying reinforcement learning to make systems more relevant to users in any possible way. That is, for personalization of these systems.